Hello, today is day 26, and you might notice there's a big gap in my recordings. We got home from Sedona, and who knows why, I got sick. And so I couldn't talk, so I couldn't record. I tried a couple of times, just clearly was not the right time, so I let it go. Um, but here I am, I'm back. And in the meantime, I've just kept working on this idea um, of triggers, and I have a quote from Lester. Uh, oh, there we go. He says, "We can have peace if we let go of wanting to change the past and wanting to control the future." Um, and it's just very clear. It's so true. And it's also very clear that it can be really hard to let go of our wants, wanting things to have been different in the past, fearing that things are going to be a certain way in the future, wanting to control that they're going to be a certain way in the future. And so this meditation and talk is for those triggered moments. I'm going to try using it myself uh, because we got home on Saturday, and I think by Monday night there was a trigger with Jen that I just was not able to manage. And so I could feel myself getting kind of so hard and tight and bound up and wanting and needing things to be a certain way. And it actually took me, I think, a couple of days to wind out of that place. And so this is really my message to myself for those types of moments, is first of all, really to just take a moment. What exactly do I want? And if you want to pause this video for a moment and make a list of what is it you're wanting. I want to be seen. I want to be appreciated. I want to be considered. I want uh, whatever, right? So make that list. And what's interesting, so like in my case, one of my big triggers is I feel invisible. So my want is I want to be seen. I want to be responded to. Um, and in those moments when that's not happening, um, and it feels reasonable that it should be happening, oh God, do I like clench my fist around that? And what I'm really clear about right now, and in the aftermath of that, is does my wanting and kind of the way I push to get what I want, is that effective? Is that getting me at all what I want? And it's really clear it's not. It's just, my attachment to I want it the way I want it makes things so much worse. And it really takes, if this is my repertoire, it takes it down to like, I've got one thing, which is to beat that drum on what I want. And holy cow, does that not get me anything? It actually, um, it makes it less likely that I'm going to get what I want because my toolkit is so narrowed in that moment. I can't see what's really going on. I can't see him. I can't think about what he might need to in turn give me what I might need or what I feel I need. And so that fearful thought, right, just kind of tries to force an opening on his side of the fence, and all it does is and push it closed. It reminds me of the story of the wind and the sun trying to decide who was most powerful. And the wind, they saw a man walking by with a coat, and they wanted to get him to take the coat off. And the wind went first and blew hard, hard, hard. And the man just, put his coat on tighter. And that is me in those moments of trigger. Um, and then of course the sun, when the wind couldn't get the coat off of the man, the sun came out and warmed him up, and the day was beautiful, and he took off his coat. And I feel like that is just such a good metaphor for these moments, is that frustrated, tight, angry place that I can get into, um, is just such a problem. And so my hope is that this meditation will help me let go of that. So hopefully you've got your list of what am I wanting right now? And hopefully you've also taken a moment to say, like, gee, my partner might want exactly what I'm wanting, to be seen, to be appreciated, to be whatever, right? And am I giving that? Am I giving what what I'm wanting to get? And the answer is probably no, in most cases. Some cases, maybe not. But um, but anyways, that might kind of open up the space in your mind a little bit. And so we're going to do the same thing that we've done, which is the rain meditation, to recognize what's going on, right? To accept that it's there, right? Like, okay, it's here. There's in a way, it's like it's here, so we might as well be okay that it's here, because you ain't got a choice. Uh, and then to investigate. And that's where we're going to add in Lester's idea of, behind all of suffering is either a desire to control, trying to get a sense of safety, or a desire to get approval, or love. And ultimately, this is all about survival and the future. Um, and so we're going to look and see if we can uncover which one of those or both of those. Oftentimes, for myself, I find they're both there and they're related. I'm trying to control things to get approval. I'm trying to get approval to be in control. And then we're going to nurture, right? Which is just to show some loving appreciation. And I'm going to go nice and slow because I know when I'm triggered and I'm wound up so tight, it's hard to let it go. So I'm just going to take my time with those. And then we're going to ask the letting go questions. Again, coming back to, I'm going to read Lester's quote one more time, right? We can have peace if we let go of wanting to change the past and wanting to control the future. Because probably it's all okay right now. There's not really a problem other than the problem that you think is there. That objectively there's not a problem if nobody's attacking you, uh, that kind of thing, right? If you're not in physical danger, there probably really isn't a problem to the extent that your mind conjures. Um, so we're going to see if we can let go a little bit. And part of that is letting go, not in service of abandoning your wants and your needs in the relationship. That's not what I would say, but it's abandoning this tight grip that has us go about trying to get our needs met in a way that doesn't get them met. That actually drives us further away from getting what it is that we might want. Because Lester would say that you can have everything you want, and I'm not going to go into that now. All right. Okay, so here it goes, and I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to turn off my video so I don't have to be self-conscious. And then yeah, and I'll do the meditation, then we'll come back, and if any insights come to me, then I will share those. Okay, here we go. Okay, so taking a moment to just get comfortable where you are, noticing whatever sounds might be in your space, noticing sensations in your body, taking a nice deep breath in, and letting it go out through your mouth. Now, and to first recognize, right, what's going on right now, right? Am I angry? Am I scared? Am I sad? Am I all of the above? If I'm angry, is it covering scared and sad? Just taking a moment to really try to recognize what is going on here. Right? What's the threat that I'm perceiving? Just trying to get it a little bit clearer, a little bit calmer. And you can pause this recording if you need more time here. And then shifting into acceptance. Okay, this is here. These feelings are undoubtedly uncomfortable. Certainly is judged by the mind. We want to get rid of them. We don't want to feel this way. I know I don't want to feel this way in these moments. But seeing if you can drop that resistance and just accept, okay, this is here right now. This is here. Just allow it to be. Noticing, especially if you focus in on your body, maybe there's tightness or heat, and just notice that you can tolerate it. I know in my body, it's usually not anywhere near as bad as what's going on in my mind. Pain is really in my thinking, not so much in my body, even if my body is uncomfortable. So just allowing what's there to be there. And then shifting into investigation. Is this about control, safety? Am I wanting what I want so I can feel like I'm in control of things? Control of this other person? Or am I trying to get their love and approval? And just notice maybe it's both. Trying to control the situation to get approval. When I think about my own need to be seen, it's both. I'm trying to control and be seen right now. And being seen is fundamentally about being loved, being known. And that circles back to feeling safe. If my partner knows me, then it's going to feel safer in this relationship. And then just shifting into nurture, seeing if you can get a little distance from it and just really appreciating this part of you that is so desperately trying to protect you, to help you to survive, to help you get your needs met, even if it's not skillful. And now take another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now just ask yourself, could I let some of this go? Even just a little. And only for now. Again, being clear, we're not letting go of your needs. We're letting go of this tight, kind of wound up way of holding on to a want, holding on to it as if it's life or death. I let go just a little. Would I let go for just a little? When? And circling back to the situation, seeing what's there now. You might feel really stuck. That's fine. Then see if we can let go of some of the stuckness. The emotion might have shifted from anger to one of sadness or whatever. So we're just going to do the letting go on whatever's there right now for you. If it's tension in your body, do it on that. Gotta let go of some of what's painful right now. Just a little, just for now. Would I let go? Just a little, just for now. When? Okay. Another deep breath in. Let it go. Even though I'm not in a triggered place right now, it was really nice to do that. And it just reminds me much nicer it is to be at peace. Holding on to wants in the way that actually prevents me from getting those wants met. Like, ooh, that is not a good trade-off to being at peace. And ironically, being in a more peaceful place opens up. If I go back to the most recent disruption with my husband, what I do believe about him is, he's a good man at the heart of it, but he has some problematic triggers within himself. He has a lot of shame, and that shame causes him to hide and causes him to only see himself and only focus on himself and become quite self-absorbed. And that is super hard when he's in that place. So I've talked about it's kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I do not like Mr. Hyde one bit. But what I realize is to get back to Mr. Jekyll, like the way I'm going about it, if I'm distressed, is I'm going to reinforce Mr. Hyde. I'm going to reinforce exactly what I don't want. That which we resist persists. It's very clear. So, so fingers crossed that this was helpful to you. Fingers crossed that I'll remember that I did this. And if I'm in that tightened up place with him, that I will be able to shift myself. And of course, I will let you know. All right. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.